getting away from the old Lee Enfields and stuff like that. This is a Winchester P14. It's not a proper woodwork for a P14. As you can see, the trigger guard is straight on the front. This was, I think these stocks were made in Australia 50s and 60s for target shooting. They normally had a wood insert in there that was removable, so they'd be single shot, and if you wanted to convert them back to what this is now, 4 or a 5 shot or whatever, you just knock the block out and put the steel magazine back in. Not a big deal. This one was an easy convert. But these were common. They're not so common now. I don't see so many for sale, but I used to buy them up because they were cheap, and they have uses. Like mostly I just take the actions off and I get them back to close to as original as possible, and I grease them up and I stick them in the gun cabinet in that particular area there with all the other M17 and P14 stuff, just preserving them, because these things, no one really wants them anymore because they're not trendy, they're ugly with that big rear sight. But I don't think they're ugly. How do you think of that sling? Isn't that sling nice? That come from a bloke in Canada. I bought it off Epps, which is sort of a competition for eBay. Now, where was I up to? Yeah, I decided to make something out of this action because this woodwork was rather nice, and I thought I can do something. I might do something unusual. Can you hear that? That's the pistol club. The wind must have changed. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, okay, so this is in 30335 or 30335 Epps or 303 Territorian if you're from Australia. Just 35 cal, 303 necked out to 35 cal. There's a 303 case, as you can see. It's virtually straight walled. The 303 case can go out to 375 caliber and then it's straight. But it's a very small case. We'll compare it to a 3006. 30R6. There we go. Big difference. Actually, I think that's a 270. Yeah, I think it is. But whatever. It's a 30R6 today. These timber works, I only chuck the real shitty ones out. I do keep the clean this shit up. I do keep the nicer ones. Here we go. I keep all the metal work and they stay up here. I don't know if I'll ever have a use for them, but you never know. I'll just keep them. They might come back into vogue, maybe. Anyway, getting back to the gun. 303 35 Territorian. I thought it'd be a real fun caliber, but I found out rather quickly when I started doing my own reloading. AR2208, which is it's a Australian made. Fuck. Yeah, an Australian made gunpowder. It's made, where is it made? Mulva, New South Wales. You can pretty much jam any sort of amount of powder that can fit into the shell and jam pretty much any projectile you like into the shell in front of it, and you're not going to get any pressures at all because the shell is so damn small compared to the strength of the action. I think this is the biggest bullet. These are Woodley, made in Australia. Makes you wonder why we make so many projectiles and gunpowder in Australia, because we're being disarmed. I've got to stop doing that, don't I? I've really got to stop doing it. As you can see, this camera is shit. I think it's called a cantilever. Cantilever, if you go load up to the cantilever, the projectile goes right past the neck into the shell. And I'm pretty sure you could load it up with shotgun powder and you still wouldn't get any bloody pressure signs. I've never been able to get pressure signs with anything I've done in this thing. You can just load it up to whatever you like and it just doesn't. It just goes bang. Pretty boring sort of. I know you can't see that, but I'm just showing just showing you. I can't. It's a Sprinter barrel. It was put together by Adrian at Uralla, gunsmith up there. He done the work on it. A nice thick barrel, which made it a bit heavy. It's a bit heavy for carting around the bush. I have taken it out on a couple of occasions, but I haven't really seen anything. I'd imagine it'd be a pretty impressive sort of a pig gun. Maybe not so much with the 310 grainers, but for something like, oh, what are they, 200, they're 250, and these little fellas here, what are they? They're 180 grainers, they'll be alright too. Are they 250? I know there's a 280, it's a box, oh here they are here, just them. 200 grainers. Oh, I'm not going to show you, they're just projectiles. So anyway, it's 5-shot. I do like it. It's just a little bit heavy, and it's very safe because you can't overload the damn thing, and it's just a pretty looking gun. Anyway, the 303 Territorian.